Hello, everybody. Welcome to FragPunk First Impressions Review and Analysis. All right, so let's get into it. FragPunk, the first title from Baccatar Studios, has taken a very clever and interesting approach to the FPS genre. With its random modifiers that can dramatically shift the battlefield from hilarious big head modes for the enemy team, just like the good old days of cheat codes, knife-only battles, or even friendly fire that heals your allies, it offers a level of chaos that's both refreshing and fun. Now let's talk about what I like about the game, so let's get this done fast. So, what works for FragPunk, first off, the game abilities have a nice flow to them, very reminiscent of titles like Apex Legends and Valorant. Feels like the game is trying to carve its own identity while leaning more into that mix of tactical play with a dose of randomness, which I appreciate. Honestly, randomness is a big selling point that got my attention at the first reveal. Modifiers can be absolutely ridiculous, and that's the point. Turn competitive play on its head, shaking up what could be a more traditional FPS experience. The shooting mechanic feels great, and headshots have that satisfying pop that makes every shot feel impactful, which is very important in games like this. As the title suggests, there's also a strong punk feel to the game's overall aesthetic and tone, which helps it stand out in an ocean of cookie-cutter FPS games. Let's talk about what I dislike. As much as I enjoy these chaotic moments, there are a few things that are holding this game back from truly impressing me. First major issue I encountered is the movement. The pace and movement in FragPunk feels very slow, and there's a lack of maneuverability. Its navigation across the battlefield feels stiff and restricted. Maybe it's just me. Marvel Rivals has really spoiled me with its faster, more fluid combat, and that's something FragPunk can really learn from. I'm not saying every game can be like Marvel Rivals, but I want it to be in between of Titanfall 2's combat with a dose of Valorant in there. Like, still be your own thing, just have more movement and make it really turn the tides of battle more often than not. The lack of height variation in the map also feel a little bit generic in terms of environment design. There's no real sense of verticality, and all the characters kind of blend together in that sense. Everybody's built the same, everybody kind of feels the same. There's no tall or short person, there's no zip lines or any type of environmental use. It's just walk around slowly and shoot everybody, which I find very meh. Another gripe I have is how FragPunk encourages an aggressive go in for the kill mentality rather than rewarding defensive or strategic play. The game favors those who rush in for kills with little incentive for players to adopt more team-oriented or defensive strategies. This kind of kill or be killed, if you would call it, approach can make team play feel disjointed and chaotic. And then there's the snipers. These weapons are seriously overpowered right now. A single shot can take out anyone with ease, regardless of where it lands in the body. All you need to see is their torso or their wide-ass hips to shoot them, and it's game over. A single shot can take out anyone with ease, and in the coming weeks, I bet you there's going to be a bunch of sniper players learning the true potential of how these snipers can really affect the battlefield, with the modifiers having a big play, especially the ricochet shots. They can completely dominate the meta, making all other weapons feel obsolete. As much as I enjoyed the game, there's one huge disappointment for me, which needs improvement. The AI. Yeah, we're getting into that one. The use of AI in this game's art assets, especially when it comes to the paid cosmetics, is honestly one of the most uninspired and boring aspects of FragPunk at the moment. It's obvious that the devs used AI to generate some of the assets, and it shows heavily. The paid cosmetics are bland and lack any real character creativity. This is an area where I feel the game could really use a more human touch. They should hire an actual artist to bring the world of FragPunk to life. It's not hard. We don't really have to depend on AI for this. You guys can still be making your own effective art style without the use of that, rather than relying on an AI generated content, which can sometimes feel soulless and lazy. I said sometimes, but that's most of the time. It's oversaturated now. Final thoughts for me. Overall, FragPunk has a lot of potential, but it's not quite there yet. The random modifiers and chaotic nature of the game provides a fun twist, but the slow movement and lack of depth in team play and balance issues with snipers are all things that need addressing. The game's art direction also leaves a lot to be desired, and there can be a few gun modifiers too, not by random mod selections, but attachments itself for guns to make it feel more diverse for everybody to use it. It's a great start, but if the devs want this game to become a long-term hit, they need to focus on improving the movement, rewarding more strategic gameplay, and investing in better artwork for the cosmetics. Perhaps adding dynamic environmental changes like storms, lava pits, or blizzards that alter the gameplay can inject more life and excitement into the mix. Abilities that encourage more teamwork could also create more engaging dynamics in matches, turning the experience into something that feels like a real team effort rather than just a chaotic free-for-all. Right now, FragPunk is fun, but not groundbreaking. If the devs take it in the right direction, this could evolve into something truly special. And I will give this game right now a 6 out of 10. Check it out since it's free, but leave your own opinions in my comments in case you feel different or the same. See you later.